y'all, whether it's the morning, evening, or afternoon. I'm just glad that you guys had decided to vibe with E. Yes, the one and only E. Hey y'all, hope y'all feeling amazing, doing amazing, or just being amazing overall. And if not, it's okay, it's alright, my friend, because you know why? Bad times don't last forever, because after every storm there is a rainbow, and you're getting closer and closer every day to that rainbow, that pot of gold, that light at the end of the tunnel, whichever one you guys prefer. Okay, I have faith in you. Manifestation is real, but I also want you guys to please rely on them bad times, because the bad times had helped us to get to the good times that we have been manifesting, praying for, and just been, you know, seeking to see to existence. Okay, with other than that, y'all, hey y'all, what's up, what's poppin'? I hope all is well. If you're new here, welcome. And for the ones that are not new to this but true to this, hey y'all, what's up, what's poppin'? Y'all, as we get into the gist of September coming, October, November, December, and then close to 2026 coming in, y'all, it's so crazy how summer is slowly but surely like dying down, and it's so crazy because I feel like so much stuff had happened within the time frame that we have been in so far. Like me mentally, I'm like, I've always was doing something. Even when I felt like I wasn't doing nothing, if I wasn't outside, I still was doing something inside, which is so crazy. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was just looking at stuff today because I had orientation for school, orientation to go back into the school system and all that stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, y'all, it's been so much going on. But other than that, y'all, I really hope you guys enjoyed your summer. I hope you guys did all the things you wanted to do for the summer, and if not, it's okay. Summer, the season ends, I believe, September the 22nd. So you still got a little bit of time, I guess, to hit the pool and stuff. But other stuff like that, like staying out all night, nah, it's not going to happen because school's in session, time to go back to work, and the kiddos, everybody's back into a new routine. I won't say is a back to the old routine. It's a new routine because it's a new school year, new things coming along, and you don't know what to expect. So it's a new routine and things of that nature. Hope you guys are excited for that. I really hope you are. I hope August has been treating you well so far. Like I mentioned within the first episode, August is also family month, as well as what I focus on right now is the business part of it. So I hope you guys are spending a lot of time with your family, loving on your family, just doing things family oriented. As well as for business owners, I'm hoping and praying that your business has been flourishing. I hope you've been getting things done. To the ones that are coming in this business, you got it, come on in, you know, ask all the help that's needed within any field that you need help in when it comes to the business world. Don't be afraid to ask me, because I'm here to help either way it go. I might not know something, but you never know who people know. Okay, so I hope you guys, like, I just really hope August has been good to you so far, as well as things in life. Mentally, I know things go on. If you're going through anything mentally, I'm here for you as well. Going to therapy is not, don't be ashamed of that. You're going to get better. Going out in nature is another thing too that's amazing, as well as doing physical activities such as going to the gym, jogging, playing sports, whatever the case may be. For your wellness, please do what's meant for your wellness. Get some sleep, eat the proper diets and things of that nature. And also, like, emotional, please take in what you can and do not take in things you cannot. Like me, y'all, like, I've been practicing so big on my emotions, because I'm not letting my emotions get the best of me. Especially, I'm not going to allow anyone to let my emotions get the best of them as well. So y'all, it's steps, it's levels to it. You know, you got to put one foot at a time. So it's not even a race, but I guarantee you it's all going to work out. It's not over. It's not over. If you're doing something that you're waiting for the results, everything, trust me, my friend, is coming slow. It's not even a race. Take it nice and slow. Don't rush, because when you rush, the results just did not give what you wanted to give. As well as what I mentioned too, as financial stability, y'all. I pray that everybody's getting the financial stability that they need and deserve, because, yeah, financial stability can also impact with mental health when it comes to how to manage this, as well as when the business aspect within how to get this much money to invest in this property and things of that nature, as well as your spiritual, get connected to whoever you believe in. And yeah, so without further ado, guys, I'm going to tap into the newsletter, and we're going to go straight into the vibe of the day. How I feel, y'all, I'm here I'm here. Mentally, I'm here. I'm so drained. Physically drained because of all the moving around and stuff and all these orientations and stuff I had to do, y'all. Mentally drained. If you're watching the video, I know y'all probably like, oh my gosh, something looks different. Well, y'all, yes, I washed my hair, washed it, shampoo, conditioned, and detangled. As y'all can see, I got some hang time. You can see I had some hang time. If you're OG, y'all remember I was so furious on that. I did not like to be on camera because days like this would happen. Like, I have a dress on, y'all. It's long sleeve dress, black dress, whatever. And cause I just came back from orientation and I did my hair. It's raining. It was raining and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't put a lot of gel in my hair because I had put oil in it, because I was like, if that water drip on me and all that. So type of hair guy, y'all, it did lift up a little bit, but I fixed it before I got on here with y'all. I did take my eyelashes off because it was time for them to go off. And then my face is a little bit oily and shiny, and then all the lights on there to make it make it no better, because like y'all can see everything. But nevertheless, y'all, please bear with me. And then too, like I said too, sometimes y'all gonna see me looking in my natural state, and this is my natural state. And you see, I have some hang time. You know, I'm not bald head like I thought I was, but I have some hang time and things of that nature. So yeah, let's get into it. So this is our 10th newsletter. If you guys are still wanting to get into the newsletter, every platform that you guys listen to is a link that has a link tree on there, and once you click it, it says sign up for the weekly newsletter. Please take advantage of that, because you can put your email, drop your email in there, and then once I see your email come, you'll get the weekly newsletters. And we are on our 10th newsletter, which is so dope, super crazy. Like, yes. Like, I'm so excited. I'm so happy for this. And it's just like, I just love how this is flourishing. Like, y'all, soon we probably have 20. I don't know when, but we'll have 20 soon. Probably before the end of the year, for a fact. We probably have 20. If not, it's okay. It's all right. Manifestation is real. See, I'm manifesting it. But nevertheless, y'all, yes, we're on the 10th newsletter. August 5 is still building boldly, visions, business, and wellness. But this is part 3, because it's 4 Wednesdays in the month of August. So we're in week 3. We're in week 3. We are in week 3. So that means next week you guys will get a wellness one-on-one lesson when school and all that comes back into play, y'all. And I'm super excited. I'm super nervous because the way my schedule is for this academic school year. Yeah, sometimes you might not see no more videos. Sometimes you might just hear pure audio. I don't know, y'all. I'm giving y'all a little heads up because, yeah, I'm in grad school, y'all. Like, it's still unbelievable to say, but I know for a fact I'm going to be consistent with still giving y'all the vibe of the day. If it's not, you know, the visual, you're still gonna get audio. But either way, I'm gonna still make shake, because y'all deserve it. And you never know who's watching, you never know who's listening, and who may need this, as well as who looks forward to hearing vibe of the day. That goes for business owners as well, content creators, whatever you're doing. Do not feel like what you're doing is useless because the numbers are not going up. When I started this, I was the same way. Like, oh my gosh, the numbers are going up. But you have to look at it like this. They won't hear you now. They will hear you later. Slow and steady wins the race. And take your time. Do it nice and slow, because you want to make sure everything is where you want it to be. Okay? So yes, y'all, we're in the 10th newsletter. We're in week 3. And I'm super, super excited about that. So this newsletter, y'all, really doesn't have a lot of going on, because it's really not a lot going on this week. So of course we do not have no vibing out with guests. Let's start with this. So of course, vibing out with guests, we do not have a vibing out with guest appearance this weekend, but it's okay. That's all right to start off the weekend. It's okay. It's all right, because, you know, I hope you all have a great Friday. You know, I hope you all do have a great Friday and get a chance to catch up on any missing episodes of vibing out with guests, the vibing out with guest sessions. While you're busy getting ready for the new school year with your little ones or for yourself. And I'm still taking guest appearances, so feel free to book the sessions. It's still in the link tree as well. Just have to fill out all the forms that says vibing out with forms, and in the calendar will be introducing Zoom. It's option, because sometimes, you know, people in your city may not want to come to certain places, or people that's not even in my city want to have an interview for the fun of it, or, you know, whatever. Zoom is always a good option. So yes, y'all, we do not have a vibe night with gas session, but that's okay. We are in the third week, and it's still about building boldly, living intentionally, and realigning our visions for the rest of the world, for the rest of the year. Sorry, not the rest of the world. But this week, I challenge you to show up for yourself, protect your peace, nurture your wellness, and remember, you don't have a brand. You are the brand. Okay. So for this episode today, y'all, this is going to be a little bit different. This episode is going to impact both personal and wellness. When I say this is because, well, personal wellness, but also personal and business, excuse me. So professional in your personal life and your professional life. This episode impacts with so many things that it may help just a person with helping with their professional side or helping someone on a personal level or both for the surface level, okay? So Vibing with E, weekly vibe check, where meaningful conversations meet growth and real life connections. So within this episode, I'm gonna give you all the background, then I'm gonna give you the title. Life doesn't always go as planned. Okay, first and foremost, life does not go always as planned. Like we think we have like the blueprint stuff printed out. And imagine, sometimes we do have to have backup plans, like a plan B, plan C, D, E, F, G, because sometimes plan A don't go as planned. But every setback comes with a setup for something greater. In this episode, we explore the powerful lessons that comes from detours, disappointments, and delays, and how those moments can shape our purpose, resilience, and vision. So in this episode, y'all, keep in mind we're going to deep dive into how to reframe failure and view challenges as a part of the process, the mindset shift from why me to what is this preparing me for, real life reflections on navigating, rejuvenating, redirecting, and resetting, the spiritual and emotional growth that often happens behind the scenes, and encouragement to keep going even when the path feels unclear. Okay? And today's vibe of the day is from setbacks to setups, lessons from the journey. As I mentioned to you guys, this month is about business as well as family. So this probably will impact with both within, professional side within business and then personal within family. But if it don't impact with either one of those for you, that's okay, because it's still going to impact within some type of section in your life. If it's not professional, if it's more so personal, cool. So the whole purpose is from the setbacks was set up. We had them setbacks, but you're not going to let them setbacks keep you where you at. Not going to keep you static, because you're going to be in the space that's going to help you set up for something better. That's why it's important that we cherish these lessons from the journeys that we have gone through or going through and things of that nature. So when I say, bad times don't last forever, because after every storm there's a rainbow, that's a part of your journey. We're all going to deal with hiccups. We're all going to deal with things that we don't want to deal with, such as like days where like why it's not going nowhere within our personal life, within why this person not talking to me or this not going this way. And in our professional, why is this person acting this way towards me within this document we have to do, or why is my business is not flourishing how I wanted to, and things of that nature. So those are perfect examples. But the whole point of this is to not let them setbacks keep you stagnant, because you want to have those setbacks to help you have a set up into something new that will embrace the lessons from these journeys. So yes, we don't want to keep on like, oh my god, I'm just gonna stay here. No, because it's like going back to the quote I told y'all last week that I learned from one of my friends. Once you're at the bottom, there's nowhere else you can go. But that's why it motivates you to get to the top. You want to remember those days because they helped you, and they helped you stay motivated and grounded to help you to get to where you are now. And that's the setup. That's why it's important to have these lessons from the journey that we all go through. And if you're new here, I break down every vibe of the day within a definition, the 5 W's, the quote of the day, and thank you for tapping in little insight. So I do the 5 W's, say what it is, the definitions, the 5 W's, say what it is, the quote of the day, thank you for tapping in, and then after I read everything, I tap in a little bit deeper and to give y'all a little bit more insight of why this important and things of that nature. So let's get into it. The definition for from setbacks to set up, lessons from the journey. This vibe is about transforming life. Well, topic, well, we're going to say vibe because you know. This vibe is all about transforming life challenges into stepping stones for growth. Setbacks are not the end of your story. There are the lessons and redirections that set you up for something greater. Every trial can be a teacher if you're willing to listen and grow. Every trial can be a teacher if you're willing to listen and grow. And I had to repeat it because I want you guys to understand this. You don't have to learn everything in a classroom. You'll be surprised at who can teach you things and who can be a teacher in that moment. I can be teaching you right now, and we're not in a classroom. Your coach can be teaching you. He or she's not in a classroom, or they. People at your job, your boss, your manager, even the employees you work with, co-workers and stuff, they can teach you, and y'all not in the classroom. So you see where this is going? With that part, every trial can be a teacher if you're willing to listen and learn. There's someone there that's willing to help you, but you have to make sure you're willing to listen to them and navigate to what they're saying. As well as going back to like the part where it's saying that transformation, life challenges into a stepping stone for growth. We all go through the trials and tribulations of life when things are not giving us the power that we've been manifesting, praying for, and just overall had the whole blueprint on going back to. Sometimes you have to have multiple plan Bs and things. Plan Bs, A's, plan Bs, C's, just multiple plans, and have to think two-sidedly. But that's okay because they're helping us for growth. And that's going to show that you're not going to stop right here. You're not going to let this little incident defeat you to what you have bigger in store. Trust me, I had moments where I was like, this is going to set me back so bad because of X, Y, Z. This is going to mess me up because of X, Y, Z. And sometimes what I look at it now is it was meant to happen. Because it shows that it may not be for you. Like even within my personal life as well as professional life, certain stuff do not go as planned. Even if I plan it out because it's like, it's not for you right now, or this is not the way for me to go. This person's not for you. This situation or something is not for you. And that's okay. But that's why you keep going, so you meet your people and you meet what's for you. Like within schools, jobs, businesses, relationships, building rapport and things like that. That's why it's very important for you to be grateful. Because we all had those moments where we've been unthankful and ungrateful for these things, and it's totally fine because you learn as you go, and then you look back like, oh my gosh, I remember this situation. I had a setback that had me thinking this is going to be my forever when it's not. I want you to remember this. Setbacks are not easy. Right off the bat, they're not easy. But that's why it's important for you to have people in your life that's willing to help you to understand that this is temporary. Everything you're doing, if you're going to school and trades and things like that, and you're working a job that doesn't align with what you pursue, it's temporary. It's temporary. It's just there to help you get by, as well as help you get the experience, gain experience and things like that, and also put on the resume that you have something. But nevertheless, it also teaches you. Jobs will teach you so much about yourself, on how you operate with situations and how you operate with others. I've learned through so many jobs that I had how to deal with this, how to deal with that. And those setbacks did not define me. At one point in time, I almost let them define me, when I had to realize this is just something minor that is not major. And that minor setback helped me so much to help me understand that it's not for me. And it helped me realize that after I left with stuff, this was my setup. My setup was for me to, you know, understand that that setback was holding me back from something, or it wasn't just aligned with me anymore. Mentally, physically, emotionally, all that. And it's okay, because it's not like the end of the world. We all go through things in life, and everything is not permanent. Sometimes things in life is temporary, and we wonder why, but sometimes you never know. It's something out there 10 times better for you or greater for you that's calling your name. And we don't know sometimes, and that's why it's okay. But I want you guys to remember as well, them setbacks are not easy, but take it as a lesson learned. Like I said, every trial is a teachable moment. Even when a teacher is not in, like when you're, only if you're willing to listen and grow from it. Every trial can be a teacher if you're willing to listen and learn. So yeah, setbacks are not the end of your story. There are lessons and redirections that set you up for something greater. Basically what I just said. So just summarize that for y'all. But yes, y'all, please, if you're going through something right now, or you know someone's going through a setback right now, please motivate them and let them know that this is not temporary. This is not a temporary situation for them. This situation is not going to define them. It's not going to punish them. This is temporary, because it's just saying to them, like, this is not the end of your story. This is just a part of your story, because we all had to go through this stuff. Like, even people that hustle, grind, and everything, parents, teachers, students, all that, they had a lot of minor setbacks for a major come up. It's like with this, like the minor setbacks, okay, but then we also have these major come ups. We also have these major come ups that we're going to make sure that they're not going to define us. And we're going to make sure that we're willing to get things done. Okay? We're going to get them done. You're able to get it done. And it's just one of those things where we have to understand that slow and steady wins the race. Okay? Yeah, y'all, it's a minor setback for a major come up. Okay? So don't let these little setbacks mess up what you have going on. Don't let it destroy you. Don't let it identify who you are, things of nature. Once again, y'all seeing a different type of glow because it's on my phone. So my camera, I noticed that. So I guess with all these lights I have, y'all, now the camera's like, okay, it's getting to a point, it's overheated, y'all. I have my fan too right there to cool it off. And I was like, what is going on? But it's okay, it's all right, you know. Good thing I was on it, and I'm okay with that. But I am going to let the camera store know. I'm like, yo, I don't know if it's the lights or whatever. Because when I shoot, when I have my Bob and I would guest sessions, that don't happen. But it's okay, it's all right. Nevertheless, let's get into it. So, you know, setbacks, not easy. We all go through it. And that's why it's important for us that we cherish those setups as well as we cherish the setbacks. But don't look at the setbacks like, oh my gosh, this is going to kill me. This is going to ruin what I got going on. No, my friend. It's temporary. It's not going to hurt you. And this is why it impacts within it. Who it impacts, that question overall, it just like, it goes to show, okay, I'm not the only one dealing with this. I'm not the only one fighting and striving or just dealing with these issues. So, of course, the who impacts everyone. However, unless the Bible today is only to women or men on some type of topic, like men's mental health or women's mental health, etc. But in this topic, this impacts everyone. So who is impacted with the setbacks to set up within the lessons to the journey, lessons from the journey? Everyone's impacted by this. Everyone's impacted by this. Anyone who has faced obstacles, failures, or unexpected turns in life, entrepreneurs, students, professors, professionals, and anyone navigating personal growth will have these type of issues as well, with the truth that setbacks are often setups in disguise that we don't even know. Like I mentioned to you guys, like I've been through so many jobs, undergrad, and those jobs were to help me while navigating undergrad. And you know, sometimes you'd be like, why is this job giving me a hard time when I told them, look, XYZ, this was going on, this is what's happening, so please expect this, yada, yada, yada. However, it also helps you to see that you grow from it. Even though that job was it's not permanent, it was temporary. And it was a setback from certain things in that company or whatever, because I go on and on about that, but I'm not, because those setbacks, like it mentioned, it says those setbacks can also often could be setups in disguise that we don't know. That setback I had when I put my 2 weeks old notice in for most of my jobs were setups in disguise for me, because it helped me with my life. One thing's for certain and two things for sure. I tell people all the time, I do not care what you do in this world. I don't care if you're a professor, a teacher, a student, a social worker, a model, a barber, a hairstylist, a esthetician, an auto mechanic, an artist, whatever. If you know that job or that environment is not for you and it's setting you back, please remove yourself out of that setting ASAP. I don't care how much money in the world is right there. I don't care who's there that's making, no, if that job, that profession, them people or whatever are draining you, leave. Your mental health is one thing you do not play with. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and your finance is one thing you're not going to play with. But in this case, we're talking mainly about the mental and the physical. Mentally, you're drained. If you get mentally drained before you get physically drained, it's time to go. As mentally, we call it, they say drained, but it's actually preferred burnt out too. So whichever one you prefer, drained, burnt out, whatever the case may be. If you get them urges that you try everything to change stuff, but it just do not go the way it go, that is a setback. That is a set up in disguise. Because if it's been so many obstacles you've been dealing with, especially like in your personal life, with a person or trying to do something for yourself but it's not working, you can give up on it and try again or walk away from it, but let it be known, like, I can't do this right now. Certain stuff like that is preparing you. That setback is helping you for a major come up. That minor setback is helping you get a major come up, and you don't even know it. And it's so hard that we think this way, because it's like, why is this happening? You know, the why, like, why me? Going back to like, why me? And not know, wow, this was meant for me. Trust me, we all go through it. It be at times like we feel like it's the worst time. Because it's like, why is this happening at this time? I can't afford it. I get it. I've been there, done that, and sometimes still deal with it. Even within going to the professional side. Being a business owner is not easy. It's been days where you have to deal with seeing numbers not growing. Deal with people not wanting to do certain stuff and not wanting to be on board, as well as having to find people. But at times, those setbacks too also help us, okay, this not for me right now, or it's not giving what it's supposed to give. And later on, it'll probably do something. So that setback, for the moment, but later on, it's going to go somewhere. Like with views, comments, likes, products and stuff, getting services and things like that. It's temporary. We all face these obstacles in life that we don't want to face. But in reality, it's fate. It's like, wow, this failure, even though I dealt with this failure or had this unexpected turn in my life, it was rough. It was a bad time, but it didn't last forever, because I seen my rainbow at the end of all the storms. Or I seen my light after this long tunnel. I seen that pot of gold after trying to chase it. You get it, y'all? It's not easy within the personal and professional world, but it has to make sense. When you've seen enough, when you've seen things like, okay, if it ain't doing what's for me, I have to resonate with my truth that the setbacks are often the setups in disguise that's going to help me and help me realize that this ain't for me. And it was a sign that said, watch this. You're going through a bad time, but watch this. Here come a good time coming. And it happens when you least expect it. But it happens on time when you least expect it. See, them on time, unexpected setbacks and setups just be, those are lessons that we have to cherish from our journey for us to get to where we want to go, because they help us for things in the world. Like for me as a social worker, it's things that I've dealt with on the outside looking in. Outside, like I am a client dealing with a social worker. I was like, oh my gosh. Now I'm on the inside. I'm outside, and now on the inside, I'm like, oh my gosh. So now it's like, I know how I felt for that social worker, that therapist, that teacher, that counselor, that psychologist. I know how it feels. The dean, all that. I know. But now I know how to handle it. Even though that setback, it ain't set me back too long. It ain't had me in the corner pent up like, oh, where you going? No, I broke that chain, because I wasn't going to let that chain I wasn't going to be tied down. That goes for people. That goes for things going on in your life. Do not be tied down to nothing that you know for a fact is a setback for you to get your set up. So when you had enough, enough is enough. Because that setback, honestly, are often the setups for you to do better in disguise. But I feel like every setback is a setup in disguise. There's been some things and people that I felt had set me back. But after I left that alone, had my time to do or find something else, that setback helped me with a setup, with an amazing opportunity or something more in the range of helping me. Now, when I say setup, y'all, I don't want y'all to be thinking like setup, like we setting somebody up for failure. No, this setup is setting you up for success, for things that you need in your life. The needs, more like needs. I know the wants, but I feel like a need is a guaranteed thing that's going to be secured. It's going to be secured, especially within this situation. If this is speaking to you, it's on a personal, professional, or both. Get out of it while you can. Because that setback is setting you back to the point where it's like, you're not going to get out that chain. You can't get out of it until you put your foot down. Put them big girl, big boy boots on and start to marching. Because that setback, at times, I feel like all the time, is a setup in disguise. And it's just waiting on you to get up. So get up. Do what's for you. Do not stay stagnant. I don't care how much money it is. I don't care who's in this world. None of that. You have to do for you before you can do for anyone else. You have to look out for yourself before you can look out for others. It may sound selfish. Yes, it may. But you have to make sure that you're put into tact. You intact before you can say, okay, let me look out for this person. Okay, let me make sure he or she good. You got to make sure you're good too. You can't just be like, oh my gosh, I got to make sure they're good. No, you got to make sure you're good too. Even in the field of health and human services, I can speak on that behalf. It's like self-care is mandatory now within the ethics, the code of ethics. It's mandatory. It's so mandatory because it's like you want to make sure, especially in this world, the human health world, you don't get burned out. Burnout is one of the easy things that can happen. Whatever profession you're dealing with within the human and health world, burnout is something that creep up on you like that. And that's why it's very important to break them chains right away. Even if you have to change the type of setting you're in within that health and human service world, if you have to go to somewhere else, do it. Any field, profession, please take consideration of your self-care as well, because that is a part of a setback too. If you're not paying attention to your well-being, that's a setback. And you're not letting yourself be able to see that setup. You want to prepare for a setup. You don't want to prepare for that setback all these times. You're going to learn from it, but you also going to understand that this setback was not for me. This setback had me in so many things that I didn't want to do, or had me feeling like I don't care no more and I feel like a different person. That's why it's important to really think and realign, but also listen to your gut. Your brain and your heart, they play. Sometimes your mind play tricks on you. But if that gut feeling is telling you that this person or something is not for you and I can't do it no more, do it while you can. Break through that chain ASAP. Because if not, you're going to stay there and it's going to be so not good. So get it together. Do not let them setbacks define you. Because them setbacks are going to help you for a setup in the long run. Okay? So that's when it comes to what is the benefit. Like, what is the benefit from this from setback to set up to embrace the journey, these lessons from the journey? Well, by reframing setbacks as opportunities, you gain resentment, clarity, and confidence. You learn to embrace the journey instead of fearing failure, knowing that every challenge is prepared for you for the next level. So basically going back into a little bit deeper dive of who is impacted. Once you get that urge of like, you know what, something gotta give and this is not for me and yada, yada, yada. That setback is an opportunity. By reframing that setback to an opportunity, this is the opportunity for you right now to put them boots on, my friend, and get the marching. For your well-being, your mental health, your physical, spiritual, emotional, financial stability. I don't care who it is, what it is, and whatever. If it's not bringing you peace, it's not helping that mentally portion in your, let it go. You got to let it go. But I want you to also remember to cherish that, because it's going to teach you something. Even though, we ready to leave someone or something, they always teach us valuable lessons. And it also help us in the long run. So at times, y'all, I try not to look at every situation as like it's been so horrible, because sometimes it is. But in the end, I learned a lot. In the beginning, it started off well. In the end, it got a little crazy, but I still cherish the moments because they helped me. So setbacks are like pros and cons. Some people have to leave their setbacks because they can't do it no more. Or some is just, it's just, just new opportunities, something coming. Some end on good notes and some don't. I try to tell people all the time, end off on a good note. Do not on a bad, because you never know who you need in the networking, especially in the professional world and within your professional world and your personal world. You never know who you may need in life and who you may come across. Yes, them setbacks will have you like, I don't want to talk to this person again. I don't want to ever come back to this. But you never know. So you never know. So, we have to take it like, dang, this setback really, but it was an opportunity. A reframing setback opportunity that helped me gain a lot from this person or this situation or this place. It helped me gain resilience. It helped me gain courage. It helped me gain the power that I've needed, that I've been wanting and manifesting. It helped me identify clarity on what was going on with my mental well-being, my physical, spiritual, emotional, whatever it is, my finance sometimes, as well as overall my confidence. Confidence is key. Confidence speaks a lot. And when you don't have it, it makes you feel like you're worthless. And I want you guys to know this. Don't let a setback define your confidence, degrade you, less than a person, low self, none of that. Because I guarantee you, my friend, that setback, like I said, like one of my friends told me, once you're at the bottom, you cannot go nowhere else. The only thing on your mind is to go up. You want to go all the way up. It's temporary. This ain't going to make you stagnant. This is not going to define you, but it's going to help you in your journey. Because you look back and be like, dang, I started from the bottom. Show me where the bottom is. I remember getting laughed at. I remember getting bullied because of this. But that minor setback helped me with a major get back that impacts with that set up that you've been manifesting, praying for, waiting for, shouting, and all that, my friend. So it's a lot of you reaped a lot of benefits in this setback. From this reframe of this setback, it offered you so much that you didn't even know. Just out of like when you take a deep breath, let it all out. That's what it is. That setback is like, it's just stuck. It's sitting there. It's waiting for you to exhale. You inhale so much. Now it's time for you to exhale. You inhale that setback. Now exhale that for this setback, for this setup. For this setup, I'm telling you, my friends, once you learn to embrace the journey instead of having the feeling of the fear of failure, knowing that every challenge is preparing you for the next level. Everything you go through in life, people, situations with businesses, work life, whatever, they will not be peaches and cream. If so, everybody would be walking around with lollipops and we would be like, what's that movie? The movie that I can't think of it, y'all. It's one of my favorite movies for cartoon wise. The flying meatballs or raining meatballs. I can't think of, y'all. It's a cartoon. It play a lot on Nickelodeon. But that's how life will be. But we all go through things in life. And you never know who went through some of the things you went through or probably went through 10 times worse. That's why it's important to appreciate things, people, as well as being nice to people. I know it's hard. Trust me, y'all, because I'm still learning. Certain people just, I feel like they was a setback. And I don't want them in my setup. But you got to kill people with kindness. And that's okay. even with places, but you don't want to give them that side of, you don't want to have it showing like, I can't stand this person, I can't stand this. No, you got to just kill them with kindness, you know, like, hi, how you doing? Sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. At times I don't like it, but you got to, because you got to kill bees to make honey. If I think I'm saying it right. I don't know. These things, y'all, sometimes I be like, I don't know. But yes, y'all, within who's benefit from this, we all benefit from this. We gain so much of influence, clarity, confidence, passion, and the purpose that we've been looking for within our personal or professional life, as well as we learn to embrace these journeys. Because instead of fearing the failure, the fear, we know that every challenge is preparing us for a next level. Like, you know, chin up, chest out. You know, this is not forever. This is just temporary. We go through these little issues in life, but it's not going to define us, because you can dust yourself off and try again. And try again until you master it. As well as with people. Sometimes that relationship is not for you. Y'all got to come back and try again. Or y'all have to be friends, get to know each other. Even family members. You got to try again to rekindle the relationship and things like that. Even with yourself, sometimes you got to disconnect from certain things in your life to realign with yourself. And I've had that moment, y'all. I had a mini moment. Like, I had to reframe and to get myself together, because it's so much. And it's only 24 hours in a day. So it's like, oh my God. I gotta get it together, because I don't want this setback to mess up and interfere with this setup that's coming for me. And I'm not going to let this setback define me and have a hold of grudge on to what's next that's going to help with a set up for the best. Okay. So when should you reflect on setbacks? I feel like any given time, you need to reflect. Reflection is key. We all have to have those reflection, the mirror conversations. We all have to do it at times. And here's why. Whenever you feel stuck, discouraged, or uncertain about your path, these are the moments when reflecting on your journey can reevaluate your hidden strength and future directions. Going back to what I said, we have to cherish them setbacks that help us with them setups, because these are the times where it helps us, like, when we're preparing for the setup, what we don't want to happen in the setup that happened in the setback. So when I feel stuck, prime example, y'all, grad school. I'm at a whole nother university with a whole big population of people. Some people I've never seen before. Most people I've never seen before. Some I've seen. I felt so stuck. I was like, all these questions was going on in my mind. Like, do I belong here? Is this for me? Am I doing the right thing? Until I had to think, when the moment I stepped foot on my undergrad campus, I made a vow to myself that I was not going to let anyone or anything define what I am, no matter what my gender is, my race, as well as vice versa with them. I don't care. They're not going to define me, and they're not going to make me feel like I don't belong and all this stuff. It took a little minute. I felt stuck, but I had to reflect on things I didn't want to happen that happened at previous universities. I don't want it to happen at this one. I felt discouraged because I was like, second guessing, like, should I go back to where I was at for undergrad? Or should I just stay here? Because, I put my money in this. So, I mean, they're going to give me a refund, but, like, I already put too much in here, so. And then feeling uncertain about my path. With those three, I had to really reflect on them setbacks. Because I said, look, I did too much to get this far. And at times, I want y'all to think about that. When you get to a place where you've been manifesting, praying for, it's like, now it's here. And it's like, trust me, you're going to feel stuck. Sometimes you're going to have those feelings, them butterfly feelings and stuff, like, oh my gosh, is this right? Like, oh my gosh, like, did I do this right? Like, oh my gosh, like, you're going to panic. But I also want you to understand that when you feel stuck, discouraged, or uncertain about your path, don't let them discourage you. Don't let that define you, but also let it be a reflection of what you don't want to happen. Because these are the moments when we have to reflect on the challenges that can be revealed of what our hidden strength is, and for the future directions for whatever we want to do. And after orientation, y'all, after long thinking, if y'all never had a moment where you had to think so hard that your brain hurt, because y'all, my brain hurts. And you wouldn't even know how much I'm talking to y'all. It hurts so bad just with thinking about it, because like on the ride home, I was like, excuse me, y'all, I was like, what did I, like, had to think a little bit. I talked to my professor, because she was like, guys, like, my previous professor, she's like, girl, you're doing it. This is meant for you. Have this. You're going to be okay. In my mind, I'm like, Jesus. I'm like, what? I had to have that mirror conversation with myself, but in quiet. You know, I'm in the car, you know, you want to hear the music. I'm like, hold up. But when I got out and I was walking to the door, I was like, you know what? F that. I paid the way here. My work ethic spoke for itself. And as the person I displayed myself to be, spoke for itself for me to be where I'm at. Them setbacks that I had dealt with at previous universities with professors, students, and things like that, they taught me a valuable lesson that I have a voice. And that impacts what I'm doing right now with y'all. It's vibing with you, okay? And it impacts that I have a voice. And in the field that I am, speaking up is a big thing. Advocating is a big thing. And since day one, when I learned deeper advocating, I've been advocating for myself and students that I serve for the longest, as well as the people that I care for within my family and things like that. Because if no one's going to advocate, then you're going to let people and things walk over you. And I'm not doing that. Advocacy, compassion, empathy, all those things came to me. And I was like, you know what? Girl, you did this, you got this, and it's already yours. And I want y'all to think the same way, my friends. So don't let them moments and them people have a hold on you. Think about it as a way like, okay, I'm feeling stuck, I'm feeling discouraged or certain about my path. But in this new chapter, this new path, whatever y'all want to consider it, I'm not going to let those setbacks come into this new setup. But I am going to reflect on those setbacks because they help me in so many ways. When I'm feeling stuck, discouraged, or at a certain point, I remember those times helped me, or those people, and it's going to help me elevate within this new chapter, path, whatever in my life. You know, them bad times don't last forever, because after every storm there's a rainbow. But I also want to keep those bad times secret and hold on to them and cherish them, because they helped me and they ground me and they motivated me and molded me to the person I am today. And that's exactly what it's going to do for you, my friends. It's going to mold you. It's going to be like a tattoo you can't erase. But even though it's bad, but it motivated you and it humbled you. And it helped you understand that this setback did not have me still there. You know, because like once you're at the bottom, there's nowhere else you can go. And that motivated me to rise to my setup. I was at the bottom. I remember getting laughed at and all that. But now I'm up. You still gonna get some laughs, hee hee ha ha's, it's okay. But the moral of the story is, you're not in that predicament, or you're not that person no more. The glory out of it was something 10 times better. And it's getting better each and every second, minute, hour, day, week, months, and years as you go within this path, within this chapter, whatever you prefer, my friend. It's going to get better. And don't let nobody try to steer you into the wrong direction. I guarantee you it's not. It's not going to happen. Trust your gut and your intuition before you know you can trust anybody else. Okay? Now, where do these lessons apply? First and foremost, I don't care where you're at. They apply everywhere. Them setbacks, them setups, those lessons apply everywhere. And even in any type of friendship, relationship you have, it applies everywhere. So where these lessons apply? Everywhere. Career, business, relationship, personal wellness, and spiritual growth. Lessons from setbacks are universal and can help you realign with your purpose. Everywhere. Career, business, relationships, personal wellness, and spiritual growth. Lessons from setbacks are universal and can help you realign with your purpose. Lessons from setbacks are universal and can help you realign with your purpose. The bad times don't last forever, because after every storm there is a rainbow, pot of gold light in the tunnel. The bad times are going to help you, but they're also going to help you understand that it's helping you set up for a purpose in your life that you don't know, that is knocking on the door or waiting for you at the door. That man, that woman waiting for you at the door. That job, that business, that car, that house, whatever, is waiting for you at the door, my friend. So I want you to understand that. Apply these lessons to everything. Them minor setbacks for a major get back. Come up. Them setbacks are temporary. Started from the bottom, now you're here. Once you're at the bottom, the only way you can go is to the top. Everywhere in every lifespan of life, use these lessons within your career, what you don't want to happen, within your business, what you want to see different, within relationships, what you tolerate and what you're not tolerating, for your own personal wellness. What can you take and what you can't take? Spiritually growth, what can you do to help it? As well as understand that these lessons, these setbacks, are learning lessons, but they're universal, and they're going to help you realign with your purpose within this new setup, within this new setup of life, this new setup of having a purpose for your life, this new setup in general of whatever you got going on, my friend. Please don't be afraid to step out that comfort zone. That's one thing too that we also deal with, is stepping out of the box, as well as having that courage to advocate for ourselves, to let things flow or let them people go. We think like, dang, if I do this or that, it's going to affect this. Let's talk on a personal, but professional aspect. Sometimes with jobs, the saying, that job gonna be there, and you could be, God forbid, or something happens. If they don't check up on you and care for you like they do, deuces. That's your setback. As well as people. If you're always the person in the friend group, the family that give the flowers, show up to everything, make sure everyone's good, and it's not in return, throw the deuces up and let them stay where they at. Keep the distance. I've had a fair share of those. And I'm not proud of it. But some of those situations helped me understand that they were blocking my setup. It sounds crazy. It does sometimes, but it's like, you got to do what's for you. You got to do what makes sense. You got to be around people that is eager and hungry and making sense out of things, as well as in your personal life and professional. You want to be surrounded by people and things that bring you joy. Yes, every day is not going to be cotton candy, sprinkles and rainbows in the air. It's not. But you don't want to wake up every day to be around a person or people or in a company that drains you so much that you have to push yourself every day. Oh, I gotta get this money. Oh, I gotta. No, my friend, no. Don't let that setback affect that setup, because that's a lesson within your journey. You don't want to keep having the same chapters playing or that same old record playing, song playing. But after a while, you know how the records, if y'all don't know about records, look them up. The record player, the needle on there, and then you keep playing that record, and then the needle scratches like, that goes to show its time is up. If it ain't going fast like it used to, and it's going smooth, and it's and then you keep playing that old sad song over and over again. No, you want that record to be spinning. You want it fresh. The needle be cut fresh. You don't want the needle all scratched up on the record. No, because that's a classic. And your life is precious. Your life is timeless. You ain't got time for nothing and something to mess it up. You got a purpose here. And you want to leave your mark or do what you have to do for yourself, your family, or for the future generation you serve, and whatever the case may be. So I want y'all to understand that these lessons apply everywhere. Because every day you're learning. Even if you're not learning in a classroom, every trial can be a teachable moment. If you're willing to listen and grow, every trial can be a teacher with a teachable moment. If you're willing to listen and grow. At times we don't want to listen. And people don't think about like that listening and that growing go hand in hand. Because when you listen, you take that person's advice, it's going to help you. It's going to help you. And it's okay if you don't take it right away, as long as you store it in your memory box. And come back to it like, oh, such and such told me about this. Let me hop on that. That networking is key. Even in professional life. Even the personal life, networking is key. You know, every time we think about networking, oh my God, professional. No, sometimes you need to network with people that can help you professionally. Personally. Shoot. Y'all, please take advantage of these things. And also sit back and reflect on why it's important for you to really consider what's for you and what's not. Who's for you, what's not. Like, do I want this setback to really hurt and haunt me? Because I keep letting it play. This old song playing and this record keep playing. I have to wait till something bad happens to just boom. No. When you got that gut feeling, your mind and your body can't take it no more, throw in the towel and start over. It's okay. It's all right, my friend. We all have to start over sometimes. Because sometimes plan A is not going to work. That's why you have to have plan C, plan B, plan B, plan C, plan D. Two-sided, think two-sided, all that. It's okay. It's all right. Because at times things are not going to go as planned. Sometimes you got to take a little bit of stuff from plan A, put it in plan B, plan C, or sometimes people freestyle. Whichever one you prefer. But don't stay stagnant. Sometimes you got to change the routine, change the tempo, and see what's for you and what's not for you. Especially within a setback. Don't let no one or anything set you back when you're ready for that setup. Say it in the nicest way possible. Sometimes a dramatic entrance and exit is always it's always like, oh my God, yes, friend. But you gotta pick your battles. What's for you? But the moral of the story is, y'all, please do what's for you. Don't let a setback define you. Once you're at the bottom, there's nowhere else you can go. You want to go to the top within your personal and professional life. And that is why it's important. Why is this important? Like, why is this setback to set up lessons from the journey important? Because success is not built on perfection, but is built on perseverancy. The ability to rise after every fall defines your strength, character, and ability to fulfill your vision. Because success is not built on perfection. Numero uno, it's not built on perfection. Success is not built on perfection. In order for you to be successful, you got to go through them hurdles of failure and unsuccess. You know, once you're at the bottom, the only way you can do is go up. It's not built on a perfection. If so, all of us will be there, and it's not. And then sometimes it's not our time. No. But success is not built on perfection, but is built on perseverancy. Having the ability to rise from every fall. Being able to dust yourself off and try again through any situation you went through. That defines you have courage. That defines you the strength you have. That defines your character and the ability for you to fulfill your vision. You know, one fall, one punch or whatever is not going to kill you if you keep on getting up and getting yourself together. You know, if you marching, stomping, whatever you're doing when you're marching, and something happened, like the boot or something fall off, whatever, it's okay. Dust yourself off. You're going to try again, and you're going to keep on. Like you easing down that yellow brick road, something slips in the way, that's okay. Tell that thing to go or handle it, and you're going to keep on reaching to where you want to be. I guarantee you. Do not let that setback define that setup. Keep that setback in your head, though. Keep them bad times in your head, because they're going to help you when you get to them good times. Them bad times don't last forever. After every storm, there's a rainbow. Light of the tunnel, pot of the gold, whatever. We all got to go through these obstacles, these hurdles in life for us to get to where we are. We all had rock bottom moments. And it helped us learn that if I have to go down, if I go down that road ever again, I want to prepare myself before I go all the way back there. Trust me, with an education-wise, financial-wise, mental health, physical, relationships, work, like, y'all, we all been there. We all been there. And that's why it's important for us to stick together and hold each other accountable, but also let each other know that you're not going through this alone. It's temporary. It's not going to be permanent in your life. It's not going to define who you are. It's not going to destroy your character. It's not going to make you less than a person, because we all go through things, and we're all humans that go through these emotional cycles, emotional roller coasters, ups and downs, hurdles in life. But that's the beauty of learning from these lessons in our journey. If no one's going to tell your story right better than you, no one is going to illustrate and map out your story better than you. Nobody's going to tell anything about you better than you. And I learned that, y'all, in college when it came to resumes. Some professors like, you right, and I just sign off on it. I used to be like, huh? But it is what it is. Sometimes it makes sense. No one's going to know nothing better about you than you. The outside world is only going to pick up of what they see, good or bad, the setbacks, the setups. But the whole purpose of this, y'all, is to understand these lessons in your journey, and to appreciate these lessons in the journey, and to also understand that they're helping me fulfill a vision, and you to fulfill a vision that you've been manifesting, praying for, and all those things, and shouting to the mountaintops for. We all go through these hurdles, y'all, but they do not define us. Like I said, shout out to my friend. Once you're at the bottom, there's nowhere else you can go. You are eager and hungry to go up. And I know you can do it. This is temporary. This is not your forever, my friend. You got this in the bag. If you're ready to leave that person, that situation, handle it with care. And prepare for what's for you. Personal or professional. It's temporary. But you got to know how to handle it and enjoy every moment. Live in the moment, but also understand that what's for you in this moment and what's not. Please pay attention to them gut feelings and what your brain is saying. Because sometimes they play tricks on you, but that gut feeling always come through in the clutch. Okay? Your setbacks is just the setup for your comeback. Your setback is just the setup for your comeback. I'm going to say it again, because that's the quote of the day. Your setback is just the setup for your comeback. And that also goes into what I had on the what I had on the newsletter. And that said, for that quote was, if you're in a season where things feel stuck or heavy, this conversation is a reminder that even closed doors lead to divine alignment. You're not behind, you're being built. So within this case, do not let them setbacks make you feel like you're behind, because them setups is going to help you build within whatever it is in your personal and professional life. That goes into your setbacks is just the setup for your comeback. Okay? So remember, the path to success isn't lanyard. Isn't lanyard. It's not a lanyard. It's not a lanyard. Trust the process. Learn from every moment, and know that what feels like a delay is often divided and divine within, preparing for something bigger brighter and better for you, my friend. Okay? And as always, y'all, I hope you guys have learned 3 to 5 good, valuable points in this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope you guys have really, really took a deep dive into it's time for some changes, but it's also time to honor the things that happen in your life, as well as knowing that these little setbacks are not going to define you. It's going to motivate you for that set up. Okay? Nevertheless, y'all, I thank you all so very much for your time and patience. I thank you all so much for the love and support. As always, if you're new here, I thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. To the OGs, new OGs, thank you so very much for your time and patience and support. I thank y'all really all so much from all over, from in my city, like in the U.S., international base, all that. I thank you all so much. I see y'all. I love y'all so much. Like, I wish I could just hug my arms around y'all all at the same time and give y'all so much love, because I appreciate it and I love that y'all love what I do. That's why I say morning, evening, or afternoon, because you never know who's watching, who's listening. And yeah, like I say too, if you didn't listen to it on the day it dropped or days after, still thank you, because it's you still loving it and you still want to hear what's up with E or vibing with gas. So vibe out with gas or whatever. But I thank you all so very much. Please be safe out here. I hope you enjoy you guys this weekend. Catch up when we catch up. Prepare for the school year. To the ones that's going back to school or going to school, going back to service, whatever the case may be, I pray that things go well for you. I hope that this new chapter in your life within the grade or whatever you're doing brings you nothing but the best things and in life. Keep them setbacks in your head to help you within this new setup, within this new path, this new chapter, whichever one you prefer, my friend. Okay? Remember, bad times don't last forever, because after every storm there's a rainbow. And you got this. You're going through these hurdles. That light at the end of the tunnel, that pot of gold is coming, and you right there. I want you to bust through it, and I want you to have the biggest smile and shout when you get there. Okay? I love you all so very much, and I cannot wait to hear from you guys